Good afternoon and welcome back to our launch day. I'm so excited to be here with the very fabulous Mr. Craig Laird. How are you, my darling?
I'm doing really well, thank you very much. It's not often that I want that 1 hour to pass very quickly like I did with this one here, because yes, we were looking at this within Wake Up Call, but of course, Leann, it is officially now the launch day show of our brand new simple creator card dies.
It flew, didn't it,
It
that
did.
hour? It really did. I'm really happy to be here. Now, of course, Craig did give you a little sneak peek there if you weren't with us at Wake Up Call this morning. It is the launch of our brand new simple creator card dies, which we have renamed. More on that later. But it is the beginning today of our Sweet Treats event, which is going to last for the next 5 days. Every day we will drop a new sweet treat for you so that you can take advantage of it with any of the shopping that you're planning on doing on that day. Today's sweet treat is a fabulous triple points on any order wherever you are in the world, which is fabulous. So if you're waiting to just hit the point for that next level up in your journey of Crafters Inspiration, then whenever we've got triple points, that's the time to do your shopping and get your levels up for those higher discount levels. So you can do that. And then I didn't want to be outdone. And I thought, you know, I'm here for a couple of days this week. Sarah's away, she's never going to know. So I put my foot down with a firm hand and negotiated for you in the US a fabulous discount on your minimum basket spend for free shipping. So usually you'd be spending $125 to get your free shipping to the US. For the next 4 days until midnight on Thursday, I have personally negotiated that you get that for $75. So you get a $50 discount on your minimum basket spend. That means all you have to do is spend your $75 and you will get free shipping. And of course, with our new super speedy shipping service, it's going to be there in a flash in no time at all, so you don't have to wait. Now, that is just a little sweet treat from me personally to all of our fabulous viewers over there in the US. Very excited for that. Now, Craig,
yes,
do you want to show us what we've got coming up in this next 2 hours?
Yes, because these are something that, you know, I absolutely love. You know I love the creator card dies. You know I love big background dies. So we've got the best of both worlds when it comes to here. Now, we were talking about earlier on, because they are called Simple Creator Card Dies Collection. However, there's nothing simple about these ones. When it comes to the designs of these ones, these are lovely, these are open, these are larger open areas that enable you to do techniques such as paper piecing that you can see here. But then what you can start to do is offset them, and you can start to incorporate them into your easel cards. You can go around with your backgrounds. You can do, of course, your twisted easels if you want to. You can still go in with your concepts and you can do your diorama cards if you want. Each of these dies has its own 3 individual nesting dies, accent dies. So you've got a medium, a large, a medium and a small. So you can see within this one here, it's paper piecing. We're going to do a bit of paper piecing within the first demonstration. But you don't need to do much about these ones here. What you can then do is just go in with your sentiment, but then look at that one there. So within each die set as well, you've got your inner and outer die. So the inner die is the detail die that cuts in your card, but by giving you that outline die, that means that you can cut out of your cardstock as well. This is done with a drop shadow, with a scoreboard. Very simplistic, but wow, what a result it gives you when it comes to the creations that you create.
They're absolutely fabulous, aren't they? And I love all of those samples, and your demonstrations this morning, Craig, were absolutely amazing in Wake Up Call, and I'm sure you have saved some of the best for this next 2 hours. I'm very personally excited to see the one with the gold flakes. Just saying. Right, now let's have a look at all of the designs that you've got. This is your showstopper deal, which is the most popular one, and believe it or not, already after Wake Up Call this morning, a quarter of the stock has already gone. And I'm not surprised, because you're getting all 6 of the creator cards you can see on the screen, Plus, for an extra £5 or $5 in the Showstopper deal, you're getting your 2 Harmony water reactive ink pads, anthracite and parakeet, and you're also getting a permanent tape pen. So you're getting all 3 of those things for an extra £5 or $5. The price you can see on the screen there of $58.37 or $67.84 if you're a platinum member is all you'll be paying for all 6 of the creator cards, the 2 ink pads and the tape pen, which is fantastic. We have got other ways for you to buy these, of course, so if you don't want the 2 ink pads and the tape pen, then you can take off your £5 or $5 and we'll put that price on the screen for you there, so you can see that your price would be $54.37 or $63.84 if you're a platinum member, and you can see your $67.96 and $79.80. So actually, if you are not in the platinum member yet, it might be that your US price is already getting you into that free shipping bracket. If you don't want the bundle, if you just want to pick your favourites, we've got 2 for £30 or $35 available for you. Go and have a look on the website and you'll be able to choose from all 6 your 2 favourites and get 2 for £30 or 2 for $35. Have to say, there was a number of you in the comments this morning on Wake Up Call, however, saying, I didn't think I wanted them all. I went to pick 2. I couldn't choose only 2. So I got them all. And then I thought, why would I go from them all and not get the Showstopper deal for £5 or $5 and get all of them plus the ink pads and the tape pen? And that's what most of you did, which is why 25% of that Showstopper deal has already gone. Please do add in something to your basket. If you're a platinum member and you're in the US, $67.84, you only need to put another $8 in there and you're going to be at your free shipping total because it's at that £50 reduced level for you until midnight on Thursday. Okay, let's have a look at the designs now that we've done all of the housekeeping. You know how you can get your hands on them. The first one we've got for you here is your timeless foliage. I absolutely adore this. It's you know, beautiful. It's exquisite. It's going to be, I don't know why we call them simple creator cards. We've been talking about this. We talked about it on the little video Craig and I did this morning. We chatted about it in the show this morning. I'm definitely going to have to email myself and have a chat with me and my team to talk about the fact that we need to do better names. We should have called them timeless or classic or elegant or there's a myriad of other things we could have called them, but no, we called them simple. Simple by name, but not in nature, this creator card set, I think. You can see you've got some truly exquisite design and you've got your little nesting set there too. So that's your timeless foliage. You've also got your fancy floral. You did a demonstration with this morning, Craig, and everybody loved it, didn't they? It was number 2 in the card of the show draw. So you've got that. We've also got our rose garden. I won't sing it again for you because it's not one of my skill sets, but I always want to sing that song.
Sing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's very Renee McIntosh.
Yeah,
It's very elegant. It's very Art Deco, Art Nouveau, isn't it? You've got your nesting hearts in there as well. We've got our Dainty Doodles, my personal favourite. I absolutely adore this. I'm definitely going to be fairy lighting it up when it comes to Christmas. And I think that's what I love about these as well. They're not seasonal.
No.
They're not masculine or feminine.
Nope.
They're not age specific.
Not at all.
They're just a really lovely collection of very beautiful creator cards that you're going to be able to do lots of different techniques with. And Craig is going to show you that over the next couple of hours. We've also got traditional tiles. Love this one. It's very Moroccan. I really do like that one very much. And then you've got your pretty petals, my second favourite.
It's a lovely one, it really
is. Beautiful. And I really also like the fact that we've got a nice mixture in here of the square and the rectangle design. So you're not stuck to one shape of card or one genre. These will be great to use for an easel, they'll be great to use a full patterned card, just as a little panel, use them as your creator card. So many things you're going to be able to do with them. And I think I've waffled on enough. I think we should see them in action straight away, Craig.
Let's do it then. Let's dive straight in. Now, what I've got here, we're going to do like kind of like an accordion sort of screen card for this one. And what I've got is my multi-purpose card. Now, this is A3, could be your Centura Pearl if you want. Cut it to 15 inches by 6 1/4. So that's 15 inches by 6 1/4. So what I'm going to do is going to go in with my scoreboard. I'm just using my Score Master because this is very, very simple here. What I'm going to do is score at 5, and then I would score at, of course, 10, but what I can just do to make it easier for myself if you don't have a large scoreboard is flip it over and then score at 5, because then that means we've got 5, we've got 5, we've got 5. It's all split into 3 equal panels. So I'm going to go forward and back, or mountain and valley, whichever way that you want to say it. You think of it. Let's fold it in, give it a nice burnish, and then we can see how it's starting to come to life there. You can see that one now. So that is the basis, that is the start of it. So it's 6 and, what did I say that was? 6 1/4 by 15 inches, and it's scored at 5 and then 10. Or, if you've only got a small scoreboard, score at 5, flip it around, score at 5 again, and that's you done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the timeless foliage with this one here. Now, for this side and that side, we're going to then cut in using the decorative die. And what I'm also going to do is within this one here, as you can see within the aperture, it's all about the circles. So you've got your 3 nesting dies or accent dies. I'm going to use the largest one, and we're going to use them together. Now, because I'm not using my outside edge, that means it's going to cut in and the detail is going to stay in. So what I'm going to do is, there is my 5 by 6 1/4 panel. So I'm just going to get that into the centre. I'm going to do that with the nesting die as well, the circle die, and then let's press that in. And then what I can then do is I can then take my Gemini plates, and then we're going to then pop that one in. And because these are lovely, they're fulfilling full lines, full detailed lines, you don't need anything such as the metal shim, anything like that. Only time I would incorporate that is like something we've done in Wake Up Call, if I've got layers of our double-sided adhesive sheets or something thicker like that. Other than that, cardstock, Centura Apparel or linen cardstock, it's the same plate configuration, which is the 2 cotton plates, plastic shim, and then magnetic shim. So we can then take this one off, and then we've got, I mean, Leann, it's just absolutely beautiful, that one. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
It's understated elegance. It's classy.
It is.
It's sophisticated. Even just with that piece of green card underneath and nothing else, Craig, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful,
as
really
it is,
beautiful.
Isn't it? It really is.
Even if you had something like a piece of vellum, plain vellum, or
lovely.
pattern vellum,
Yeah.
or something around the black.
You can buy pearlescent vellum as well, you know, a piece of pearlescent vellum.
Ooh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But then what I've done is, because you don't need to see me do that same thing twice, what I've done is I've done exactly the same on the opposite side there. So I'm leaving my middle one full at the moment. So I can sit that one to there. And then I'm going to go in with this pearlescent card. Now, in case you're wondering where it's from, it's not from the bundle that we've got on the show today. It's actually from Vintage Butterfly. Because I know over the last couple of weeks you may have got your hands on quite a lot of it within goodie bags. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity to start to incorporate what you're getting within your goodie bags in with your new launches. So it's bringing things that you've got within the past. You've spent your money on things in the past. It's now bringing them in and incorporating them into new launches as well.
We've got so many people joining in, Craig, today. I have to just say, first of all, we're not here on our own, Craig and I. We're here, we've got myself and gorgeous Craig. We've got Johnny, producer today. Johnny says hello. We've got George, director today. Hello. And we've got Sue. George was very posh. He said,
wasn't he?
Well, hello to you too, George. And we've got Susie, our social media superstar. Hello, Susie. I have to say, Kathy Leah says, hello from Central Illinois. We've got Laurel Enos joining us. We've got Laura Simmons, Lauren Miller, Sharon Sweeney, Stephanie Theodos. Laura Simmons again says, she's hello from a drizzly Seattle. Drizzly here too, Laura. Carol Guy, Evelyn Kiefer, Mary Reno, Carol Kemp, Charlene Starlings, Teresa Campbell, Gail Moore, Michelle Parsons, Alicia Gordon, Janet Croftwell, Melanie D, Mary Pat, Michelle Knits for You, Linda Ryan, Leslie Day, Nikoni, Sarah Ibbotson, Betty Weaver, Michelle Parsons, Chantel Jones and Lauren Enos. Hello and thank you for joining us. You're very welcome. I love it when we've got so many of you joining in. Craig, I didn't remind everybody earlier, National Pet Day.
It is.
I showed you my little furry friends. Hopefully we're going to see Craig's in this 2-hour show, because Craig, you sent yours in too, didn't you? So we'll show Craig's. And do keep sending all of yours. Let us know their names. Have you got any funny names? You've got the details on the bottom of the screen there for you. Send them in and we'll share pictures, we'll share names. And also tell us about any unusual pets you might have.
Definitely.
Like a tarantula in the wardrobe.
Maybe.
That would be interesting. Or,
it gives me heebie-jeebies.
A giraffe in the back garden. Not that I think you've got a giraffe in the back garden. An alligator in the bath.
Maybe.
That kind of thing. Let us know about anything unusual you've got too. And share your photos, because we do love our furry little friends.
Definitely.
Craig, one of our fabulous viewers had a brilliant name for the dies.
What's that?
I have to just tell you, Chantel. Was it Chantel? No, it wasn't. I need to go up here. Oh, my word. It might have been all the way back up there. Said we should have called them beautifully simple, I think it was. Let me find it. I'll come back to you in a minute when I find it. I've lost it. There's that many comments.
Well, I'll just show you there.
Yeah.
So that's it being cut into that gorgeous sort of sage green.
Found it.
In there. You found it?
I found it. Michelle Parsons on YouTube. Leanne, maybe you should have called them beautifully simple creator cards.
Yeah.
That's what we meant to do, Michelle. And we didn't.
Beautifully simple.
Thank you. That's lovely, isn't it? I like that.
That's a really nice name.
Elegant, isn't it?
I like that name. Beautifully simple. Yeah, yeah.
Works.
Works really well. It does actually. Now that's ticking away in the mind. Yeah, that works really, really well. So once again, instead of repeating that once again into this peach tone, because I've done nothing different apart from cut that one out, what I'm going to do is let's go in with this peach tone here, and I'm going to go over the top. Now, I'm not creating a drop shadow within this one. I'm going direct over my white multi-purpose cardstock, and then we're going to press that one in. I've already got my adhesive underneath, so I can press that one in, nicely smooth that one out. And then I'm going to go in with the green as well, and then we're going to pop that onto this side. So if I then layer that one on, and then just make sure that we are in the right direction. Once again, no drop shadow. You can if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm just wanting to have that stability from that extra white multi-purpose into the back. And then what I did do as well a moment ago, when I've cut that one out, I have been careful and I've made sure that I don't take all of my bits out just yet, because we're also going to do a little bit of paper piecing. So now that I've got my left and right good to go, I'm going to set that out the side for a moment. And now what I've got is our multi-purpose cardstock once again. And earlier on I was talking about our double-sided adhesive sheets. They are in stock on the website. These will also be a godsend to you when it comes to this collection. And all that I've done is I've put a layer on the back. Let's bring in our plates. And this is now where I will add my metal shim, because it's our cardstock, 300 GSM cardstock. It's an adhesive sheet and it is our adhesive backing. So what I'm then going to do is of course, I do need this die now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a few of these bits out. So then we can do a little bit of paper piecing just shortly, because I do have one already completed. So if I take some of these out, incidentally as well, if you've got your hold and release sheets, they'll be perfect for techniques such as these ones. But that'll do me for now. Just tap that, and then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go in once again with the actual decorative die, and then I'm going to go in with the outer die as well. And I'm not worried about the centre. I'm not going to take an aperture out of that. I'm just going to leave that whole, so I've got something solid to sit onto. Let's just take that tape off to make it a little bit easier for me. Line that one up, tape them, making sure they're nice, held together. And then other than that metal shim, it's your two plates, plastic, magnetic, and then we're going to feed that one through.
So many comments coming in, Craig. Chantel Jones on YouTube, she says, question for Craig. Love all your amazing creations. However, where do you write your message and how do you match it with the beautiful front of your card?
So this one here, we can show you just shortly once we're finished. As you'll be aware with a lot of my makes, a lot of them, although, a lot of them are square, rectangle, as you know, since our template library. You know, I've been doing a lot more of the concepts. But when it comes to the cards and my make, so I still tend to just write them on the inside. If you have made a feature of the inside as well as the front, what you can do is then, don't forget, let's just say...
I think, you know the one you did this morning, Craig, which you could see through with the acetate? I think that's the one that's causing the confusion.
Got you. So, now I do have, here it is. So if you remember, what I done is I attached it onto a 6x6 card blank.
Yes.
So I've got that, so it's nice, it's free flowing,
yes.
but then I can actually still
And I think that's what's been
sentiment.
helpful for everyone, because I think what the thing is, if you write underneath the acetate, you're going to be able to see it, but you like to attach to a card blank, don't you?
Yeah.
And I think that's great, because you've got the best of all of the worlds there, haven't you? What I tend to do as well, Craig, I don't know if you've ever done this, sometimes I will matte and layer a panel for the back of the card.
Yeah.
And I'll just use some of the pretty paper and a strip maybe with a matte and layer and a little white area, and then I'll just write on the back if it's a see-through front concept card. The other thing you can do is exactly as Craig's shown you, mount your concept to a card blank and you get the best of all of the worlds. Thank you so much, Craig.
You're very welcome.
Laurel Enos, she has a couple of questions. She says, I have 2 questions.
2?
Ask away, Laurel, ask away. Can you use these dies with mirror ink glitter cardstock?
Absolutely. Oh, gosh, yeah.
Do you think we could cut one on some mirror cardstock in this show?
Of course we can.
Would you mind? We're going to do that for you, Laurel.
Not at all.
And where can we get those cut-out sentiments shown on the sample cards?
Cut out. So if it's the ones that we're just showing you there that have been using. So these were actually on Second Chance Sunday yesterday.
Fabulous.
So the chances are they're still on the deal that they were on. So just check out the website.
I would say so. I love that range of sentiments, stamps and dies. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Go and shop the show from yesterday. You'll see them there. They're really lovely. So to answer the question, that's not a pre-die cut sentiment. That was in a packet. That's a set of dies and stamps that work together, and they were on the show yesterday. So go and have a look and you'll find them there. Kendall Sarafian, I hope I've said your name right, Kendall. Leanne, will there ever be a collection made for men? Some of these can, but I would love a collection for men's cards. I would say it's late 23, early 24. So it's happening. I can confirm it's happening for you. It's an exclusive. I'm just going to let you know because so many of you ask all the time. So it is happening. But I think it's late 23, early 24. There you go.
Okay, there we go. You heard it here first. That is something we get asked quite a lot, isn't it? Hey,
Terry Anderson's got something. Do you know this, Craig? Do you know where the golden retriever came from?
No.
So, fun pet fact, Craig might already... Everybody thinks I'm making a joke. This is a very serious show we're doing here. Serious pet fact here, no jokes here. Terry Anderson on YouTube says, fun pet fact that Craig might already know. The golden retriever came from Lord Tweedmouth in Scotland.
I did not know that.
Lord Tweedmouth in Scotland.
Nope.
The golden retriever.
Did not know that.
My friend Shona has a golden retriever called Bonnie. She's gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
They are a good dog, aren't they?
Retrievers and labs. I love all dogs, but retrievers and labradors.
Yeah, gorgeous.
I love them. They really are gorgeous.
Sorry, Craig, back to you.
No problem at all. So what I done there is I just peeled the backing off that double-sided adhesive, and then that made it a lovely sticker. So what I've done is I've then gone and stuck that onto another piece of white multi-purpose. What that now is doing is that's given me a platform for me to do my paper piecing.
Oh, Craig, we're over 25%.
Oh gosh, busy.
Yeah.
Get in quick for sure, because you'll be able to do what I'm doing here. Now, I'm going to go in with my Stay Sticky glue pen here, and that for doing paper piecing such as this, I'm a big fan of using these ones. Of course, this is where you could also use your glitters, or maybe of course your gilded flakes if you want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm just pecking out the bits that I'm going to then be paper piecing back into place. So I know from the bits I've taken out are from this area here. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm just going to go in and give it a really quick colour. I don't need to be like saturating the cardstock. You get that tint of blue. I know it's hard for you to see there. Now, what I would say is if you're using glitter or gilded flakes or anything like that, let the blue tinge go clear, But because I'm not using anything like that, I'm going in with a fibrous card. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go in. I'm wondering, was that way? It was. There we go. That side. Let's just do that one again. And then what I will just need to be careful of, not that it's a big deal, is because it's a stay sticky glue pen, because I put it down there, that will stay sticky until I actually put something on there. Probably won't now because I keep putting my finger on it, but this is what's so good about these. So check out the website as well, because I believe you will be using these quite a lot when it comes to this collection of dies. So going in, and what you will see in a moment is where we've got all these bud effects. This is where I've gone and done that with the peach tone. But then the in between, what I'm doing is I'm going in with this gorgeous kind of green sage. And then let's see where I'm at into this one here. So I'm not going to do it too much because I know that you get the idea as to where I'm going with this one.
And you could use, you know, our release paper.
Exactly.
You could use the release paper. I'm sure that's on the website.
Yeah.
If you get, I know I struggle working out which bit goes into the bit that you're paper piecing in there. Sometimes I struggle with that. So if you do struggle with it, then the release paper will be on the website if you'd like to use that.
And it's a big helping hand for sure if you do ever struggle. But let's go in with that one last bit for now. So you can see all these inner aperture pieces. I'm going to go in with green.
It's very therapeutic, isn't it?
I love doing it, Leanne. I absolutely love paper piecing. I adore it, really, really do. Because then you can be selective into what you want and what you don't want, and certain colours can be in certain positions. And then you're ready for this one here, because once you've done the whole lot, what you're then left with is that.
Beautiful.
And 40 minutes maybe max for that. It really doesn't take long at all. You'd probably cut that down by 5 minutes or so if you use those hold-in release sheets. But it's such a very, very therapeutic craft to do.
I love that. And you know, when we were designing them, it was that we had in mind.
Yeah.
Being able to do that type of effect. Because sometimes when dies are very, very detailed, doing that kind of paper piecing can be tricky and laborious and a bit fiddly, and you know, unless you're really dedicated, it's going to be difficult. But when you've got beautiful designs like this, it makes that technique very accessible, doesn't it?
It does. It really, really does. It is. And it's also, I would say as well, Leanne, a confidence booster as well.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes if you try and do it, maybe the first time, second time, third time, with something that's quite tricky, if you kind of maybe miss, it's maybe a bit like starting off with cross stitching and you maybe miss a cross or you miss a step, you kind of get a bit deflated in yourself. Whereas with this one being a very simple kind of collection designed to do with paper piecing, it is certainly a confidence builder. And then what I'm going to do now, once again, these steps I'm not going to cut out because it's the middle circle die. I've already cut it out within the peach. And then what we can then do is pop that one into the middle here. I've gone in with this stamp, and now very, very quickly, one of my all-time favourite Sarah's Signature collection, Rose Garden. And I love the stamp that just says smile.
Yeah.
I love that one. So I thought, I always have this predicament, Leanne, because I know that, you know, we get so many new viewers and new crafters here, and there's some things that, you know, are out of range now, but then I know that we've got so many die-hard fans that purchase all collections, and it's lovely every now and again to just incorporate just a little nod to something in the past, just to say, you know, bring it in. And then talking about a nod to something not that long was our sunflower collection. And that's all that I'm doing. You can go in with vellums if you want to. You can do twirling aspects if you want to. You can, of course, do the back as well. But all that I would do is repeat exactly what I've done there. And then maybe, as you were saying, Leanne, a matten layer there with a sentiment in the middle or a verse stamp. And then there you go. And then that will fold down to 6 1/4 by 5 inches.
but then stands up beautiful in the concertina style. I absolutely love it. Michelle Parsons, sorry, Heather Springer on YouTube says, Craig, can you just remind me where the sage green card came from, please?
I can, absolutely. So Sarah's Vintage Butterfly collection, I know we've had it in a few bundles recently, and we've also had it in some goodie bags, so I thought this is a perfect opportunity to incorporate it for you to use up.
Lovely, thank you, Craig. Maricel on YouTube says, love the paper piecing on that card. Paw Prince ×4 says, I love paper piecing, soothing. Craig, this is great. Oh wow, what's happened here? Please could you advocate when these special collections are coming out to make sure there are extra paper pads and vellums, please? I'll try my very best. Oh, okay, so Shadaya on Facebook is sad that the 20s sold out so fast. The Roaring 20s, yeah. So it's a I know Shadaya, and you know what? None of us predicted that was going to happen, and we did bring a lot. But what Shadaya said is, could I please advocate for you? I will do my best, Shadaya. When these are special collections, can I make sure there's extra pads and vellums? Look, I'll have a word with those who put the orders in, Shadaya, on your behalf. See what I can do. Johnny agrees. Christine Mahoney says, that is a gorgeous card, Craig.
Thank you, Christine.
Carletta, lovely card, Craig. Eleanor Schwing-Jones, beautiful card, Craig. I love Eleanor's name. I want to be called Leann Schwing-Chivers. I just love it. Honestly, I think it's fantastic. I have to tell you, Susie, our social media superstar, I've decided has got a heart the size of a house, because she's just been telling me here, Leann, I've recently become a crazy cat lady. A little kitten showed up in July and basically adopted us. He is around 9 months old now. At the start of November, he didn't come back to eat for 3 days. On the 4th day, he came back with 3 little kittens. They're about 4.5 months old now. Molly, our dog, doesn't get well with them, but does well with them, but doesn't really like them. But she says they're all feral neighbourhood kittens, but they belong to her now. So they come indoors and outdoors. They use the dog door to come in and out. Please, just help themselves. And I was knocking. I've got a friend with a dog who knocks on the dog door, literally, and you go, come in, and he comes in the dog door with his paw, knock, 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 and it's open. He could just come in if he wants. Knock, 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 and then you wait, sitting, and you go, come in, and he comes in.
That's so good.
Very good. She's had them all to the vets, and they've all been fixed, and everything's good in the indoor-outdoor cat world of Susie. I think that's gorgeous, Susie. Thank you. All those 4 cats now knocking on the dog door for their dinner, which is absolutely fabulous. Rachel wants to know, any more embroidered dies in the future? Don't think we've got any planned, Rachel, not that I can think of. I'll keep a note though. Sarah Ibbotson, such a pretty card, Craig. Robin, this is lovely, I love it. Beautiful card, Craig. Lovely card, Craig. Gorgeous card, Craig. And the list goes on. Everybody really enjoying what you've done there. Remember that it is our Sweet Treat event launch today, and we are giving you a new sweet treat every day this week. And the first treat for you, of course, is triple points on anything that you order wherever you are in the world, across the deals we've got on the shows and our entire website for you. So when we do have a triple point deal on, it's definitely the time to do your shopping, because that's when you go up the levels of discount in the Crafters Inspiration Club, where you could go from bronze to gold in the blink of an eye. So definitely take advantage of that. I've also negotiated for you, if you're in the US, a lower basket spend to get your free shipping. So normally you'd be spending $125 to get your free shipping. I have personally put my foot down with a firm hand and insisted that up until midnight on Thursday, you will be able to take advantage of a $75 minimum basket, which has that $50 discount on there for you. And then you'll get free shipping to the US. And with our new service, what happens? Happens in the blink of an eye, 2 or 3 days, and it's with you in your home, which I think, considering how far it's got to travel, is absolutely incredible. And we send thousands of parcels, let's just say. Okay, so that's everything about the event. That was a gorgeous demo. Thank you, Craig. That was with our showstopper deal, which is now over 25% gone. You're absolutely loving it. Oh, it's 30% now. Okay, you see, The longer we talk, it's going fast. So the showstopper now, 30% gone. If you are interested in it, the showstopper is the way to go because you get those extra 2 ink pads and your tape pen for that extra £5, $5. And there you can see it on your screen for you. That would be the bundle I would advocate for, and it's the bundle that you are going for. Okay, so we've also got some other deals for you. We've got a great deal on ink pads today for you. So we've got 10 Harmony Water Reactive ink pads here. You've got a great saving on this bundle, and you can see the price that you've got on your screen, which is only £32 or $48. You've got a 30% saving here, and you're getting 10 beautiful colours in here. You've got some really lovely pops of colour, and then you've also, what I've got is the staples of a water reactive collection. The colours that you're going to need to use to edge and knock back and vintage and distress and all of those things. The colours in here are great for that. So you've got your Spa Blue, you've got your Parakeet, you've got your Grasshopper, you've got Crushed Velvet, you've got this next one, I absolutely adore. These next two, if I put them together, I have. You've got Seal Brown and Sandstone. Those two are incredible for doing all of your vintaging and your antiquing. You've got those in that bundle. You've also got your Twilight Grey, your Anthracite, Smoked Pearl and Pumice. So you've got all 10 of those Harmony Water Reactive ink pads in there, saving 30%. If you need to top up some of your ink pads, that's the way to do it because you're getting 30% discount and you're getting your triple points today. So they're your Harmony Water Reactives. We've also got a deal on 11 of our pigment ink pads for you. So you've got 11 of the pigment, opaque pigment. And again, you can see the deal that you've got on your collection. $35.20, $52.80 if you're a platinum member, another 30% saving. We've called this a floral collection. I think it's because we've got all of the colours in here. We've got some of my very favourite colours in here as well. So we've got Straw Bale, beautiful lemon colour. We've got our Plum Jam. We've got Grasshopper, Crushed Velvet, Pink Tulip, Lagoon, Oasis. I forgot George does that. Every time we say Oasis, George does mad for it. I can't do it. I don't know what that sounded like. It didn't sound like it was meant to. But anyway, it's got to be done. So we've got Oasis. Thank you, George. And then we've got Honey Pot, Parakeet, Lemon Tonic and Fuchsia. And I have to say this collection, to get your Parakeet, Fuchsia and Lemon Tonic together, which are the 3 colours that you will see me use obsessively in any demonstration, is great because it gives you so many other colours that you can create and blend from those 3. So fabulous that you've got all 11 of those in there, saving 30%, and you've got your triple points as well, of course. Now, we've also got a fantastic... On this? Oh, no! Really? Oh, well, this has been flying out. Okay. Oh my word, it's green on the screen, Craig, which means...
It soon won't be seen.
Ben, I hope you're proud. I hope you're proud. So this is limited stock now, which I'm not surprised. I think it's because I keep getting my pearl card out and flashing it at you. Look, this Centura pearl is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. I've just took this purple one out to show you the incredible shine and pearlescence that you get on this cardstock, which is exceptional. And you're getting 60 sheets in total here. If you're a platinum member, £16 or $28. It's when you need to be stocking up. So you're getting 10 sheets of the purple. You're getting 10 sheets of cherry, 10 sheets of mink, 10 sheets of dark chocolate, 10 sheets of black. Did I miss one out? I think I did it all. Did I do it all? Did I do it all? No, I didn't. I didn't. Look, you've got 10 sheets of your fuchsia as well. I went back to the fuchsia. Hey! And look, I just want to show you black pearl and dark chocolate, my 2 favourite Centura colours of all time. Look at this black pearl, and then we've just done a rather poor Johnny Depp impersonation of the black pearl, I have to say. Absolutely exquisite. It's 320 GSM because you've got your 300 base cardstock and then 10 GSM, sorry, 310, beg your pardon, and then 10 GSM of your pearl coating on there. Really good, strong weight for your boxes and your card bases. Die cuts beautifully, embosses beautifully, all of the different techniques, absolutely gorgeous. It's limited. So if you are interested in upping your Centura pearl stock, if you're going to run out and you want the beautiful colours, now is the time to do it. Don't say I didn't warn you. I sound like Taylor Swift there. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anyway, let's have a look at some pictures. So, have we got Mr. Pickles first? Look at Mr. Pickles from Gigi. Oh, Gigi's personal assistant, Mr. Pickles. So I'm presuming he's a house rabbit, Gigi, which is lovely. He's absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Love bunny rabbits. Bunny rabbits and guinea pigs, gorgeous. So here's Shelley's little fur baby. What's this little fur baby called? No, we need fur name, Shelley. Let us know what your fur baby's called. But he or she, beautiful. Now Nancy has sent us a... Oh, look at Nancy's fur baby called Gigi. Oh, Gigi, I think that's poodle in there, Gigi, somewhere. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sending those in. We must get Craig's fur babies to share too, please, because we need to show everybody your beautiful little furry friends, don't we, Craig?
I need to.
Okay, so the showstopper deal, it's over 30% now. Third of the stock has gone. We're over 30%. So it's flying out. I'm not surprised. You're getting all 6 of the dies and you're getting your 2 ink pads and your tape pen for that showstopper deal. While Craig's getting ready, just let me show you these designs again very, very quickly, because I think when you see the designs, that's when you appreciate just how gorgeous they're going to be. So you get the timeless foliage, and you can see with every one of them, we can cut it into the front of a half-fold card as a creator card with the nesting dies in the centre, or you can just cut it as a panel to layer up with your paper piecing or whatever you want to do. So you're getting timeless foliage. You're also getting fancy floral. Love this. Could be spring or Christmas. It's trans-seasonal and masculine and feminine all in one. It's a gorgeous design. We've got our rose garden, which I think is very Renee McIntosh style, and you can see you've got your nested hearts there. We've also got our dainty doodles, my personal favourite. Absolutely love that. And we've got the little nested label shapes in the centre there. We've got our traditional tiles. Feel that's very Moroccan. Really do love that one. Gorgeous. And then we've got my second favourite, Craig, Pretty Petals. I love this one. I just feel it's elegant, isn't it? I just love it. I love it so much. I think you could do it in hot pinks and greens and put a flamingo in the centre and it would look like the foliage in a jungle.
Yes.
Or you could just make it very pale and pastel. It would be a wedding invitation. So you could make it autumn leaves and put it with all the oranges and the browns and the burnt coppers and golds, going to look gorgeous. So many different things you can do with all of these because they are classically understated and elegant. And Craig, I believe you're ready to show us another way to use them.
I am indeed. So for these ones here, we're going to use the rose garden, and then the next demonstration we do, what we're going to do is we'll use that one that Leann was just showing you there. It's one of our favourites because we'll really start to mix it up with that one. However, this one is the rose garden. I love this technique. This technique, when you first look at it, when you see me creating what I'm about to create, you're like, Craig, that's a mess.
You're like, have a word with yourself, Craig.
That is
You're telling me it's nice. I can see it's not nice.
It's like, mate, that's diabolical.
Okay.
And then you just do one thing, one extra thing, and you're like, oh, even I still love it. I still love it every single time.
Come on, we're excited.
So let's go in now. Once again, as I was saying earlier on about your double-sided adhesive sheet, this is just a piece of our white multi-purpose double-sided adhesive sheet. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go on to my metal shim, and then we're going to go in with our plates. So run these ones through. And because I've been doing a mixture of bigger and smaller cards, what I've just done, I know you're used to seeing me with the junior at the side, but I just thought with this show I'll just keep it at the large Gemini. It means I don't have to swap in and out. And then as that one comes out, what you can then do, and this is the 2 dies together, so this is the detail die and the outside die. So if I then bring this one in, and then what I'm going to do is just take that off, and note as well, I've not taken the inner of the actual heart. I've kept that one in. So let's move that out the way, that out the way. And then all that we need to do is just pop these ones out. Last little bits there. If you've got your die tool, then that's perfect. So then what we're going to do is we're going to come in now and we're going to bring in some of our Nina cardstock. So I'm going to peel the back end off. So I'm going to peel that one off because we've created our sticker with it. And with this one here, because you've got those roses, that sort of Ready Macintosh feel, what I'm doing is I'm just carefully taking the back end off. So carefully taking that one off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit it on top. Now you could, if you wanted to, use the outer die to cut into your Nina cardstock, or what you can do is do what I've just done here, and then either go around with your scissors or your guillotine, whichever way you feel easiest doing, but at least you've got that outer die if you so wish.
Yeah, and you can cut against the edge there, can't
That's
you?
it.
Your scissor goes up against the edge, so it's not going to be as tricky as it would be freehand.
It's exactly
It's a guide.
as I'm doing, as you're saying there, Leanne. What I'm just doing is I'm just setting that, so it's just held against the edge of that top layer.
Yeah.
And then what we can do is take that out the way.
Lovely.
So now what we've then got is we've got that beautiful, that sharp, multi-purpose white, and then you've got that Nina underneath. So we're going to go in with tri-blends. We're going to go in with our bright pink blend.
So I'm just going to check, your Nina's on the bottom.
Nina is on the bottom.
And your multi-purpose is on the top.
Is on the top.
Thank you,
yeah.
Craig.
And I know some of you are going, okay, where are you going with this
Yeah,
one?
okay, just checking.
So we're
I'm excited.
the ice blue blend,
Yeah,
dull green blend,
nice.
and then the bright pink blend. Now, what I'm going to do here is, cover your ears, Leanne, I'm
Okay.
going to quickly blend.
Oh!
Now, what I mean by that is I'm not going to spend a lot
No.
of time going in layer upon layer upon
No,
layer.
no.
What I'm literally doing is what I would do anyway. So I'm going to go in. So where I want all the pink, so the rose heads, I'm going to go in. So I'm just going to lay down that light tone. And I'm not bothered about going over the edge.
No.
I'm then going to go in. So where I would think for this, there'd be the dark tone. I'm just going to go in with that bit of dark. I'm going to go in with the mid, and then I'm just going to blend that back out in with the
So quick and
light.
easy.
Quick
Nice.
and
It works.
easy.
Yeah.
Quick and easy.
Lovely.
So do a couple of bits with the pink. Once again, please don't worry about going on that outer edge there. So, and you can do this if you wanted to with your classiques or your Illustrator. You can do what I'm doing with anything that is your water base. You'll just need to make sure that instead of Nina, of course, it's your watercolour card. And then what I'll do is I'll do just a couple wee bits more of the rose heads. And then I'll do just a couple of the leaves for you to see. And then I do have one that was colouring last night when I got home. So you don't need to see me doing it all. So I'll do that one. Then let's go in with the dull green blend. And then once again, where we've got the leaves, and follow the packaging as well if you're wanting to have kind of like a colour guide. Follow the packaging, and it's a good way to see what would be the rose heads, although that is quite distinctive. But you might find, I'm not quite sure, what is the leaf, what is the background. So always use the packaging as a helping aid too. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. So dark, blend out, purposely not spending a lot of time on it. So we'll just finish this one.
Candle Seraphine on Facebook says, the rose garden reminds me of my grandmother. She loved the song, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. Her and me both, Kendall. My grandma always used to sing the Lynn Anderson, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden either. It's one of my favourites. I love it.
It's a good song.
It is.
It's a really, really good song. It's a beautiful song, in fact.
It's a good sentiment to life, isn't it? I never promised you a rose garden. There's got to be a little rain sometimes. Can't always be happy all the time.
No. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's nothing wrong
I
with
think it was
that.
about a relationship. It's like not everything's going to be a rose garden all the time. There's going to be rain sometimes. In some cases, torrential downpours. In other cases, little bits of spitting. You never know.
No, no. The sunny days will always come, won't they?
Oh, they will, Craig.
Always
That's the right
come.
outlook to have.
Always. Might not always seem it, but they do come. They definitely do. So what I thought I'll do is I'll do this full rose head, so it gives you more an indication as to where I'm going with what I show you. So what I've done there, Leanne, is the leaves, I would do green. The rose heads, I would do in pink. And then what is remaining, I would do all in blue.
Right.
So, bit of a mess, Craig. Just a wee bit.
Well, I've seen better, Craig. I'll not lie.
Well, you're not going to like this.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't get a design team position with that, would I?
No.
Right. What I've not told you is what I have already done is using that same die, I've cut it again. So another piece of white multi-purpose with double-sided adhesive on the back.
Okay.
So we're going to carefully...
So another one the same as the first one.
So that's 2 layers that are white multi-purpose with double-sided adhesive on the back.
We're trusting you.
So what we can then do is go bang over the top.
Wow. Oh, that's magic.
Bang over the top.
Isn't that lovely? That's magic, isn't it?
It's like magic, isn't it?
Isn't it? What a difference. I love imagine that in black as well.
Exactly, yes, yeah. Now, it was black that I used to start off doing that, and then I thought, well, what about white? And then I thought, oh, well, you see the lines, and then I thought, well, if you cut it again, it eliminates the lines, that harshness, and then you've got a beautiful...
Absolutely gorgeous. I love that, Craig. What a really fabulous top tip.
And it's another therapeutic way. It's like a colouring version of paper piecing.
So you've got my creativity going now. What if we did, you know the double-sided sticky you've just done on the back? What if you did that on the back and the front and cut it, and then on the front, iridescent glitter? So you had a sparkly iridescent glitter frame over the top of your colouring. That would look nice as well, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it look gorgeous? It would look absolutely gorgeous. And then to team it up. And this one, this is all, and a lot of the demos within Launch Day, it's all about the technique that I'm doing, I'm focusing on when it comes to each of the die collection. So the fuchsia and the dark chocolate that I've gone in here. So this one...
Is that from the Centura Pearl bundle?
It is indeed, yeah.
How are we doing on the Centura Pearl bundle? Because it was great. Oh, right, okay, I'm just going to tell you, everybody, there are 10 left. You've been buying a lot more. So grab it, there's 10 of those bundles left. So if you're sitting there thinking, I really want to be able to do some matte and layering like Craig's, please get that bundle before it goes.
And then what you could do, Leanne, is because you've got these 3 hearts as well. So if you wanted to go in with a medium fuchsia and then a smaller white, you can. Remember, that will also cut in instead if you want to. Or what you can simply do, please remember as well, you don't have to use them if you don't want to.
No.
If you simply want to go in with a die cut sentiment without any of the nesting dies, you can absolutely do that. It's entirely up to you.
Absolutely love that, Craig. And also, not only is that fabulous for us to all just copy Craig and do that at home when we get these dies, just think of all the many different options Craig and I have just discussed for that one piece of inspiration. So there are so many other things you can do with it as well. Absolutely love that, Craig. Thank you so much for sharing that. So that is with your showstopper deal. And the showstopper deal here, you've got well over the third of the stock is gone on the showstopper deal, which is all 6 of those dies, plus your 2 ink pads, which is your anthracite and parakeet. One of them's fallen down. I'll go and stand that up for you in a second. Plus your tape pen, and you're getting all of those for $58.37 or $67.84. I'm going to very quickly remind you of the designs that you get in your showstopper deal so that you know what it is you're going to be buying. You're getting all 6 of these. It's not a choice. You've got your timeless foliage. We've got our fancy floral. We've got the rose, right the way up, Leanne, rose garden. We've got also the dainty doodles. We've got traditional tiles. And finally, we've got the pretty petals. So all 6 of those, plus your 2 ink pads, parakeet and anthracite, plus your permanent tape pen, is the showstopper deal that we've got for you today, and over a third of the stock has already gone. If you're shopping for your ink pads, if you're one of the 10 people who are going to go get that Centura Pearl before it all sells out, if you're getting your showstopper, having a look at everything else that we've got for you on the website, taking advantage in the US of your $75 minimum basket spend, which lasts you till midnight Thursday, now is when you need to check out. And so while you're thinking about checking out, or while you're actually checking out, we're going to show everybody else why Crafters Companion Club Inspire is the best craft club in the land.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
My unsung hero has to be Tracy. I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
Because they literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
And a dash of this, and a squeeze of this, mix it all together, create my masterpiece.
What's going on here, Ben? Are you making something?
I am indeed. I am just creating a culinary masterpiece and whipping up some sweet treats for our crafty community. So if you don't mind, I've got some finishing touches to do. Et voila, 5 days of truly scrumptious sweet surprises. Unwrap a new decadent deal each and every day between Monday the 20th and Friday the 24th of February.
Oh, that looks amazing. Can I have a peek? Oh. Wow, there's deals, discounts and goodies here, Ben, for every type of crafter.
But we don't want to spoil the surprise right now. We've got some amazing deals and surprises right throughout the week, so you'll have to tune in each and every day, first show, to find out what they are.
And extra sweet deals are going to be landing every day, so head over to Crafters Companion website where you'll find some sweet deals.
Did you get a chocolate, Craig?
No, I never got
I
one.
never got a chocolate. And I went searching in the break before and I couldn't find those chocolates anywhere, Craig.
Nope.
I think other people have eaten them all. Those chocolates are meant to be here all week to share with other people, and I feel you and I have been disadvantaged, Craig.
I think so. I'm even more upset because, me and Ben are like that, and me and Fisher are like that. But no, nothing.
And they didn't share a chocolate with you?
Nope.
Actions speak louder than words,
Exactly.
Craig. That's what I say. Okay, we've got loads of you joining us, I have to say. We're going to show you some pictures as well. Maricel says, ooh, what if we had the adhesive sheet on top and used gilding flakes?
Have you been looking at my demos?
Oh, Maricel, that might be on the way. She's ahead of you. Maricel's ahead of the game, Craig. Mary Pat says, I'm so excited about the shipping that I've already placed an order. Thanks, Leanne. So glad to hear that, Mary Pat. Pamela Dashwood says, Craig, you're making it very hard to resist this collection with these great ideas.
You will not regret.
You will not regret. Elaine Cirillo wants to know, Leanne, could you bring the 12 by 12 plain linen cardstocks in a 12 by, could you bring the plain linen cardstocks in a 12 by 12 instead of the A4 to the collections? I think that's something you've asked for before, Craig, isn't it?
It has, yeah.
Yeah. Leave it with me, Elaine. Let's see what we can do. Janet says that is really pretty, Craig. Eve, cool, Craig, love it. Mary Reno, lovely card. Gorgeous, says Betty Weaver. Joan Wilson says, hello, Leanne and Craig. The ink pads you're showing today, which would be the best for blending? Well, let me tell you, they would be these, the Harmony Water Reactive. It depends what you want to do, to be fair. They'll both blend, but the opaque pigment will stay wet and you'll need to dry them with a heat gun or put an embossing powder on, as Craig did in his demonstration on Wake Up Call this morning. If you just want to do some basic ink blending in a background, then it's very definitely these Harmony Water Reactives that you need. And we've popped the details there on the screen for you, just in case you want to pop them in your basket, now that we've answered that question for you. So thank you very much for asking. Okay, so we've got some more pictures to show you while Craig gets ready to wow us with his next demonstration. This is from Susie T. Look, look. Pepper and smoky there. Love them. Oh, this is Fancy. Fancy, I love. She is that male or female? I'm going to say she, if she's called Fancy. I might be wrong. However, she is fancy and she knows it. She needs that song, I'm fancy and I know it. She's beautiful. And then from Terry, this is Bailey. Look how handsome Bailey is. With the Crafters Companion bandana. Bailey is so on brand and handsome. From Michelle now. Look at all of these fur babies from Michelle. We've got Hazel. We've got Chow Chow. I think Chow Chow's been on before. We've got Plup, Lil Bit and Rebel. Lil Bit. I love Lil Bit. She's a rapper. I know it. I feel it in my bones. Thank you, Michelle. Beautiful babies all. And then from Rachel. Oh, this is our Rachel. Oh, called Pepper. Look at Pepper having a little snooze. Oh, and Susie's other cat's on its own. Sorry, it wasn't Fancy. It was Boots. But Boots looks very fancy, I have to say. Thank you for sharing all of your fabulous fur baby images with us. That's really lovely. We love to see them. Keep them coming because it is National Appreciate Your Pet Day today. We're getting Craig's. We're going to show you Craig's pets. We had a look at my lot in Wake Up Call. And I've got would you like to see Elton? I'll show you Elton. Let me find him. Here he is. I did a little screenshot of him earlier. Come on, here he is. Such a handsome, handsome boy. Here he is, look. There's Elton. Look how handsome he is. He knows that he's a happy boy and he's so good with the girls, with my two granddaughters, Ada and Edie. He is so good. So Elton is called after Elton John. He is his namesake. My son and I love Elton John. So Elton the Whippet there, who is my grand fur baby. Comes to stay, gets ruined, of course, doesn't he? Okay, so we're looking at the showstopper 40% gone now of your showstopper. It is absolutely flying out. You can see it here. You get all 6 of the dies. You get 2 ink pads, parakeet and anthracite, and you get your tape pen in there for that extra £5, $5 for the showstopper deal, which is, I think, the best way to buy it, and everybody is going for the showstopper. If you don't want to and you're watching, go and have a look on the website. You can get the deal without the ink pads and tape pen. You can go and choose your 2 favourite dies for £30 or $35 if you want to, but without exception, you're all going for the showstopper, and I don't blame you. So that is the showstopper deal, where you're getting all 6 of the dies, your 2 ink pads and your ink pad. And just while Craig's getting ready for his next demonstration, give me a nod when he's ready, let's have a look at these designs for you. So the first set of designs you've got here are the timeless foliage. You've seen Craig do that lovely paper piecing with that earlier. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And I have to say, when I was shouting out the crew, I forgot to mention Tracy. Tracy's with us. I know, Tracy, I'm sorry. Just giving me the eyebrow. Yeah. She just brought me a cup of tea, and I thought, oh my word, I didn't mention Tracy earlier. So you're now getting a special mention on your own. You're not lived in with everybody else, Tracy. Tracy's in today. She's just walked out. She's like that. She's disgusted with me, she is. We've got timeless foliage. We've got our fancy floral. And we've got our dainty doodles. We've got our rose garden. Oh, why do I keep doing that with rose garden? We've got our rose garden. We've got the pretty petals. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's going to be a close second to the swirls for me. I think the doodles, that, Craig. And we've got traditional tiles, which I feel is very Moroccan. So you're getting all 6 of those, your 2 ink pads and your tape pen for $58.37 or $67.84 if you're in the US. And remember, if you are in the US, for your $67.84, you just need to pop another $8 in your basket to get that minimum spend. So do choose your Centura Pearl, get your tape pens, get a glue, get a consumable, something that you know you're going to need to use again in the future. Get your basket up to the $75, and that is your minimum spend for free postage, which is going to last until midnight on Thursday, so take advantage of that. Craig, are you ready for us?
I am.
Okay, can't wait.
Rightio. So this one is just more of a technique to show you, but it's with the acetate double-sided adhesive sheet. Ooh. And some Gildan flakes as well, because this is such a fab one to do too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the dainty doodles for this one here, and I'm going to use both the dies. So we're going to use the outer and the inner for this one. So what I'm going to do is do as I have been doing so far. So I'm going to go in, and you know what, let's just go in with, we'll use a smaller one, because then this is also going to showcase the actual flakes, that's the word I was trying to think of, within the middle here. So I'm just going to tape that one in. I don't need my shim for this one because it's just the card. So if I then bring that in, and then what we can then do is if I go in with the acetate, so I've got the sheet just to the side of me, so that the heavyweight acetate we've got on the show, it does have the protective backing. Yes. So all you just need to do is peel it off. I just go in at the corner with my poketail, give it a little scrape till that edge comes up, and then I just peel it off. So what we can then do...
It's marvellous having that protection on there, isn't it?
It is.
Because even just having like acetate back to back, it can scratch, can't it?
It can, yeah. It really, really can. And you maybe already are aware of that, of other acetate that you've bought in the past, and if you store it in the containers or that, and you see it rubbing and scratching against each other, it's not always nice to see. At least then that way you don't need to worry about that when it comes to ours. So now that we've got our dainty doodles, and then as you can see here, so now by going in with the smallest one, we get a larger frame. So you've got that 3 options. You've got that larger one, medium one, and small. And it does, doesn't it?
It's incredible, isn't it?
It does. Makes a difference. And I think what it is as well is because visually your eye starts on that inside, but it's like it's automatically drawn into that larger frame.
Into the centre.
And it's a bit like a bounce back, and then that's when you see the doodles all the way throughout. So we've got that one. And then what we're going to do is, let's go in with the acetate here, and then a piece of our double-sided adhesive sheet. And it's just big enough for the same size as that. And then what we're going to do is let's peel back and off. This is the part that I try to explain when I don't have it with me Don't bin these, because if you're like me, you love your decoupage and you're taking the backs off your foam pads, take them all off in a oneer and stick them onto the back in here. It's a good quick release. The other thing as well, hot glue, go in and do your own little hot glue drops, sprinkle glitter. Other thing is your glossy highlights as well. On here, let it dry, they just peel off as well. So these are always really, really handy. Or as an extra surface to do blending on, you've got that option. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go face down for this because I find it easier. You might like to put the acetate, you know, on top of the sheet, that's up to you. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to give that a really good press. If you've got the Spectrum Noir, not roller, braider, that's a good one to do as well. So what I'm going to do now, before I take any other backing off, I'm just going to cut or trim that acetate. So I'm just going to trim it to the size of my double-sided adhesive sheet I had. So if you are wanting to know, just for the record, that was 6.5 by 5 inches. So
Thank you.
See that we are getting that. Now I'm going to leave this big border round by the side here. So then what we can do is then take the side with your adhesive, and then I'm going to go in, and then I'm just going to peel that one off. So we've now got really, really, really sticky acetate. Now what I want to do is, I'm wanting the opposite side to be my front side. So what I'm going to do is the front side of my die, that nice, that smoothed edge side, I'm going to go face down.
Okay.
So I think what I'll do is, maybe just because of the adhesive, it might be a bit easier if you can kind of see it a little bit better. And I'm going to centralise it the best that I can. And then I don't want any residual oils or that to come off onto my adhesive, so go back in with that sheet and press down.
That's a good idea.
Press down.
Because anything else would stick to it.
That's it, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's the best top tip, Craig.
So now if we take that off and turn that around, we've got the detail, but of course you're like, well, it's all sticky, Craig, isn't it? Yes, it is. So here we go, let's go with the fun bit. So let's go in with loads and loads. I'm just going to go in with the gold Gildan flakes here. So here we go. Here we go.
There's a lot of Gildan flake in there, Craig.
There's loads. Now you can either go in with the Gildan flakes and do, you know, just basically tap it on.
Yep.
You can go straight in if you want, dunk it in. You can maybe go in with some of our coloured first and then scrape the excess off and then go in with some more colour. But you just want to give that a really, really, really good coverage. And then you will, if this isn't something you do a lot, you are going to get those palpitations in the heart and think, oh my gosh, this looks awful. Oh my gosh, this looks horrendous. However, what you're going to take is the little squeegee that you'll have got with all of our Gildan flakes, and then we're going to give it a really, really good rub. So we're going to give it a rub, we're going to go in.
Magic, that little sponge, isn't it?
It is, it really, really is. What I would also recommend as well is take as much of the excess off as you can, and then what will happen, the more you use it, the finer it's going to get. So what's also a good idea, instead of going straight back in, if you do want finer Gildan flakes, like powder, what to do then is then scrape it into an empty one. And then that means you'll have the choice of really finer flakes of gold, or then you can go back to your original chunky one.
I've got a pot at home where I do that, and in there I do the gold, the silver and the copper.
Yes, oh, that would look awesome.
And then you get it all together in one pot. And then you get this kind of multi, you know, and it means I'm not dirtying all of the other flakes because they're in there. So I just use it as my little waste and I mix them all together. Almost like a patina look, really.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. So yeah, you can do one colour tone, or you can mix a few colour tones in there.
You absolutely can do, yeah. And that's and then the other thing where you saying mixing, what you could do, Leanne, as well, and this is one of those, some people feel comfortable doing it, some people don't. Some people like to have something that's very, very regimental and neat and tidy. But even something like that, if you roughly go and then just shake in little bits of green and do a
Yeah.
little bit of a rough, and then go in with the gold and that. So
Lovely.
you've got that more rustic feel to it.
Lovely.
But then what we can then do is if we just take off as much of that excess as you want. So this is what I would say is that rougher side, although that we've smoothed it all out. But then look at that.
Good grief. So which side's your favourite?
So, well, and that's the thing, yeah, you'll have the choice.
You'll have the
have the
choice.
choice, because then
Yeah.
you've got that more texturous feel where you can feel the cardstock, you can feel the die cuts, you can feel the flakes, or you can go onto the other side where you get that instant shine, but you get the smoothness. And there's no right or wrong way.
No, I
It's
think
what
I
you
like
feel.
the textured side.
And then even just, and it doesn't even have to be
No.
the ones that go with it, of course, Leanne. It could
No.
be any of them, but you can go in with that border that you can see there. You can make
Beautiful.
it finer if you wanted to. You could go in and lift it up. You've got choices. And imagine doing that, Leanne, with, you know, any, like the pretty petals. Imagine doing
Love
it with
it.
some of the pink
Absolutely
ones.
gorgeous.
You can
I'm
be
just
doing
thinking
that.
you could, that dye you used for the centre piece, you could put that back in now and have an aperture through the gilding if you wanted.
You could, couldn't you?
And then that spare piece you could have inside a card and have that. There's so many different.
So many.
I think that's the thing with these dyes. They're so effortless. They're going. So many different techniques. I mean, what Craig's just shown us, off the chart, incredible. But then it starts to trigger. Oh, and what if? And if I and wow, and if I do that too. And I think it's because they are the beautiful, simple creator card, which means that they're not entirely overwhelming.
No.
And just gives you the ability to confidently try lots of different techniques and know that they're going to look gorgeous.
Definitely, for sure, definitely. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to go in, because remember you've got quite a few layers here, but I am also, just to protect it, although that's fully covered,
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is you might still get a little bit of a stick back, so
Yep.
to speak, that I call it. So all that I'm going to do is put that sheet back under, and then I'm going to run that one through. So what we can do, what that will also do, although you've smoothed off as much of that flake as possible, the pressure with the Gemini will also help just to make that, combine that all together. I'll just let that go all the way through. So as you were saying there, Leanne, you know, that's now the smallest one still that I've used. But you've got that options. And I know I keep saying options, but that's what these dyes with, of course, your simple.
Yeah, you should never apologise for saying option, Craig, because
No.
I think when you buy a
So-
product, the more options we can have,
Definitely.
the better, because when I'm buying something, I want it to
Options.
really work for its money, work for
Yeah.
what I've spent on it, and give me all of the options, really.
For
'Cause
sure.
That means I'm not stuck to do one thing. I
No,
can do
not at
this,
all.
I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
So-
So many different things.
I'm just going to run that one through again because, you know,
It's
keep
going
it in
through a
mind.
lot.
It's going through a lot. It is
Yes.
going through a lot. So what I'll do is I'll just go through again, and then I am just going to pause it, giving it
And
that double
reverse it.
cut as well. But then the thing is with that as well, you've then got your aperture. Leanne was saying that piece that's going to come out now, you're going to have that gorgeous foil. You know, I'm using the gold. It could be the copper. It could be the silver. It
Yeah.
could be the mix if you want to. But then if we bring that one out, we're just going to peel that one off again. So let's take that one out. Let's take that one out. We're just going to give that a little bit of a prize. Maybe I'm just asking a
Still stuck in there.
little bit
Might need another one.
too much, maybe just one more. I think we might just need one more. Do you know what I don't think's a helping hand, Leanne?
Yeah?
Let's take that out.
Yes.
That will help if you take out
Your waste piece.
your waste from before. That will be a helping hand. So let's go in. I'm quite comfortable now that there's no stickiness. I'm not going to put that one in,
No.
although it's nice and compact. So again, feed that one up into here.
And I mean, we're going through strong
Yeah.
construction acetate, gilding flake, glue. You know, so we're going through an awful
are,
lot
yeah, we
there,
are.
aren't we? So having to go through 2 or 3 times with a regular cutting die, I think
Definitely.
it's perfectly acceptable to get the effect that you're going to achieve there.
You'll probably heard it there a minute ago.
Yeah.
Look at that. Absolutely spot on that time. Just making sure all your pieces are just out.
Perfect.
So look at
You can
that.
use that for a little sentiment somewhere later.
imagine
I
that?
mean,
Yeah, a
it's not
little
even
die.
waste, is it? Can you
It's
imagine?
not. It's not
gorgeous.
Not just framing. And then once again,
love
so that could be the aperture in Leann, or of course that could be higher up within the middle. You can keep that as that large frame with the flakes.
I feel it looks Egyptian.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Like Egyptian temple.
It does.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So that was it. So though it's not like a finished project as such, Leann, I really wanted to show how you can bring in the technique.
Yes, I love the techniques. I think that absolutely exceptional. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And minimal gilding flake everywhere. Yeah. I'm not going to say it didn't get it. Johnny said he didn't get any. Not quite true, Johnny.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite go that far,
There's
Johnny.
a little couple, but minimal. Well done, Craig, I have to say. Now, I must just tell you about this fabulous bundle we've got, which is, you are loving this as well. You're shopping this, which is absolutely fantastic. And that is our heat and mould stamping foam and our heat gun. And you're getting both of these together, and platinum member 23.98 or 29.52. Of course, you're getting your triple points on every single order from a show or on the website over the duration of today, because that's our sweet treat for you this Monday. Triple points, definitely the way to get your next level in Club Inspire. If you're wondering what heat and mould stamping foam is, I've opened the box so I can show you. You get 4 pieces of this heat and mould foam. And what you do is you heat this with your heat gun till it's good and warm. And then you put it into a texture, which is the mould part. And when you do that, it takes on the shape of the texture you've put in and turns this into a stamping block for you. Now, if you're thinking, Leann, what on earth are you talking about? I cannot work that out. Look at these that we've got for you. Absolutely incredible. So all of these little samples I've got for you here, these little swatches, were made using the heat and mould foam, and we've pushed it into the things that we've wrote on the bottom there and then used it as a physical stamp. That piece of lace is not overlaid, it's not texture, it's stamped, because we pushed the heat and mould foam into a piece of fine lace and then stamped it with Harmony Water Reactive, and that is the result you get creating your own stamps. It's incredible. We've done it with so many different things. So resin flowers, screws and nails, wooden embellishments, a stencil. How many stencils have you got at home? I must have 500. And honestly, I've got loads. I love a stencil. And every single one of those stencils you can now make into a stamp. Mini pegs. Go and attack someone in the house. Knitted top. Just to come here, you. I like that texture on your jumper, and mould it. Zips. Buttons. We've all got a button jar. Black background metal dies. So any of your metal dies, I mean, even the ones that we've got in the show today, Craig, stick your heat foam into one of those and you've got a stamp to match your creator card. We've got here sequins. We've got another background stamp, so you can do it with your acrylic and your rubber stamps if you want to. Cotton lace. Round head pins from dressmaking. An embossing folder. Coins, money. Keys. Metal embellishments. Elastic bands, how cool is that? Bubble wrap, string, pasta spirals, go and get yourself into the kitchen, twigs, shells, a scoring board.
It's my favourite, yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Hessian fabric, metal chain, leaves from the garden, paper clips, and scrunched tin foil. I mean, that is just a soupçon of what you're going to be able to do, a small amount of what you're going to be able to do with those fabulous moulding foams, just sticking it into any background. And once you've done it, it's not stuck. So you don't mould it into something and then think, oh, well, that's it. That's now all I can ever do is stamp lace. No, you just heat it again, and magically the moulded shape comes out. It goes back into shape, and you can put another texture in, and you can keep repeating. We give you 4 though, so that if you do one and you love it and you want to keep it, you don't have to let it go. You can keep it and not have to do it again. Choice is yours. That's why you get 4 pieces. Heat and reuse, or keep the stamp however you want. You also get our high quality heat gun in that bundle. which is a lovely shape, very comfortable in the hand. You've got that lovely little stand there to keep the hot tip from the table when you're using it. And we've got the dual speed, and also, can I say, whisper quiet is our heat gun. You can see your little Crafter's Companion on there. So beautiful quality this, whisper quiet, dual speed, very comfortable in the hand for everything that you could possibly need a heat gun for. You're getting both of those for that price you can see on the screen, £23.98 or £29.52. And of course, you're getting your triple points. So that's something that you could be treating yourself to when you're going to take advantage of your triple points today on our sweet treat deal. Craig, we found your photos, so you can talk us through who this is.
This is Clemmy. So this is my mum and stepdad's doggie. So yeah, it's a kind of gorgeous thing that she is. So she'll be 2 in about a month or so.
And what breed is she?
So she is a mix between a lab and a what's the wiry dog? Wiry
Schnauzer?
Nope. It's completely gone off the top of my head.
It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back. It'll come back to me when I'm not thinking about. If I just randomly shout it out during launch day, or of course Monday Makers, that's what I'll mean. But yeah, she's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love her to bits. And then we've got Floydy Boy. So this is my best friend's doggie, Ian and Jess's dogs. This is Floyd. This is also Grayson and Monroe's dog brother as well. So my mum and stepdad, they also dog sit for Floyd when Ian's working away, and Jess is a police officer, so they have him quite a lot. And he is a red setter, lab red setter, and he is the coothiest, gentlest dog you would ever
they're
meet.
good. Do you know, I love fur babies, Craig. They just give unconditional love, don't they? They really do. They give unconditional love. Now, approaching half the stock of the Showstopper has already gone. You are absolutely loving it, and I'm not surprised. And the demonstration Craig's showing you, you know that you're going to get so much use out of them. And so we're going to give you some time to take advantage of your sweet treat deal, your triple points, to get your Showstopper, get your basket up to that $75 if you're in the US, to get your free shipping. And to give you that chance, we've got a little video for you, and we'll be back with you in a second.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan. Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Everyone backstage is amazing. You probably know this because we talk about them all the time, but I have to give a big shout out to Jake. From the minute he walks in the door, he has got the hugest smile, but he's just brilliant. He's always there, he's always on the ball, asking what, and they all are, but Jake is just, he's a cheeky little chappy, I think is why I like him.
Constantly asking if we've got everything we need, fetching it for us if we need them. Everyone laughs at me because my main thing when Jake's in is, Jake!
He gets me whatever I want, so if I need anything from the library, he goes, gets me it, we rummage through the boxes together, we make sure that I've got everything I need. And he always does it with a smile. What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part, and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
I know it's my humble opinion, but I honestly do believe that this is the best craft channel and craft club in the world, because we really do put you, our customer, our friend, our colleague, whatever you want to call it, our viewer. And I personally think of you as friends, and I know that all of our other guests do too. We put you before everything, and I think it really does show through how hard we do that. So I love watching those videos for that reason. I have to say, you're loving the showstopper. You're checking it out in the break. Half the stock very definitely sold out and gone. And you can see all of the prices on the screen there for you, 58.37 or 67.84. Now, I've just got to say, there's so many comments coming in as well. And Craig, I couldn't possibly read out every single one of the love for those demos that you've been showing us today.
Thank you.
Seriously, so much love for all of your demonstrations. Thank you, Craig. Gareth Dobbs on YouTube. Gareth says, that's it. I've done it. I'm a platinum member.
Hey.
Congratulations to you, Gareth. Now you're getting 20% discount on everything you buy on the Crafters Companion website. Chantel says, Leanne, you didn't tell me about this, Craig. Craig made a chocky box the other day with 3 bars of chocolate in it. It's got to be there somewhere.
Well, it was. But then by the end of yesterday, Charlotte went away with one, Nicola went away with one, and Jake went away with one. That was my craft along on Saturday night with our confetti border dies.
Okay, I'll let you off then. All right then. Diana says, can we have more Pattern Day 3 card? Yes, you can, Diana. Leave it with me. She also says, Leanne, did I tell you I bought the first Academy of Colour for my Aunt Patty in New York? Hello, Aunt Patty. She loves it and your class. We've got her hooked. I think she's going in for the rest of the boxes. Well done, Patty. Share in the Facebook group. Let us see your colouring progress. Can't wait to see that, Aunt Patty. Gilmore says, gilding flakes or glitters would be fab, just don't sneeze. She loved that demonstration. Shadiah says, you outdid yourself, and she's bought the collection, Craig. Lynette, it looks gorgeous. Polly says, it's beautiful. Chantel says she can't use gilding flakes now, because when she does, she imagines one sneeze, then starts to laugh while inhaling gilding flakes.
Yeah.
Eileen loved that card. Alicia did. Melanie did. Sandra Dundas says, Leanne, I'm approaching 18 times platinum. What comes next? I've no idea, Sandra. No. Wonder Woman. That's what comes next. We need bells and where in the world are you, Sandra? I think we need to get you into the UK on air 18 times platinum. Wow, Sandra, are you just local? We need to get Sandra in for a cameo appearance. We need to do that. Sandra, 18 times platinum member. Come and tell us what you love about Crafters TV on a wake-up call, don't we, Craig?
Yes, we absolutely do.
I'm just making plans up for everybody now. They're probably going to tell me they can't do that for some kind of health and safety reason. But let's see if we can make it happen, Sandra. Okay, Craig, what are you going to show us next?
Rightio, let's do one more demo. So we've not forgotten about the mirror card. We will do that towards the end. Definitely not forgotten. This one, we're going to do quite a few different kind of techniques here. So first and foremost, what I've done is I've gone in a piece of our watercolour cardstock and I've cut it to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 inches. Now the reason I've done it onto our watercolour card is because, only reason, because I want some texture to it. So then what I've also done is I've gone in with our pink tulip. This is our pigment ink pad, and I've given this a really, really nice coverage with our pink tulip. And then I'm going to sit that one to the side for now. Then what we're going to do, Leanne, let's come back in with our plates and our metal shim. We're going to go in with our pretty petals. And we're going to come in with another piece of heavyweight acetate. So what I'm going to do, it is cut to 6 by 6. The size of it isn't really relevant, as long as it's a little bit bigger than the actual die itself. So what we can then do is we can go in, and then I'm going to take the plastic, we're going to go in with the magnetic. You go for it.
I'm having to play with my heat gun over
go.
here. And the reason I'm having to play with the heat gun, we've had it from a customer, from a viewer, we've had a question. I'm doing a live test for you. Where is it, a live test? I'm going to find it here. Who asked me, there was somebody who said, Leanne, here we are, Chantel Jones on YouTube, Leanne, could you use the foam to imprint your pet's paw print or would it be too hot?
Say that again.
Leanne, could you use the foam to imprint your pet's paw print or would it be too hot?
So, I would say...
So I'm trying it out.
But
I'm going to do my hand.
You're going to do your hand, yeah. So yeah, we'll give it a shot and see. I'm a bit dubious about doing it with pets or little babies.
Yes, I think
like
so.
That.
I'm a bit wary. That's why I'm trying it.
Yes, maybe teens or adults will be a bit different, but this is where the benefit is us being live and giving it a shot, and we'll see. But here, I've cut into my acetate now. So what I can then do is flick all these bits out, and then essentially what you've also got now is your own little stencil. You've created your own stencil from this die. So what we can do is let's go back in with our piece of card. Now, as I said, it is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and that is key because that's the size of the die, and that will be apparent why it's key in a moment. So what I'm going to do is, as I say, I've gone in with the pink tulip. I'm going to secure it slightly with a little bit of our tape runner, just to hold it in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlay that. Now, the actual design of the die cut and the acetate, of course, it's going to fit inside. So what I'm going to do, fuchsia, these are in the bundle, by the way. I'm going to go in with fuchsia, and then I'm going to go in with one of our finger daubers. And then if you've seen me in the past, you know I sometimes struggle with my finger inside. So I go into the end of maybe our craft knife, or I've got a highlighter pen that works. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm making sure that that die cut acetate is central. And then I'm just going to pick out some detail. So where we've got the detail of that kind of floral burst, I'm going to go in. So we're going to go in. We're just going to add that one in. And you know, you don't have to be overly precise because we're going to do a little bit of blending out. So we're going in with the fuchsia. If I then lift that one up so you can see how that's starting to look. So what I'm then going to do is let's pop it back. If you want to use low-tack tape or stencil spray, can do. I'm just going to go in now with the pink tulip once again, and then once again the finger dauber, and I'm just going to hold it like normal, and then can blend them out.
Oh, that looks lovely, Craig.
So blending them out, and then what we can then do is
I think my new favourite.
This is fun. This is the one that I was on about, where, as I said, I was driving home last night after, although it was such a fun day, it's a busy weekend, it's a long weekend, and I had to go straight into the craft room and do what I'm doing now, because I don't know what made the penny drop, but I was thinking, well, acetate, stencil, inking, layering, because we're also doing paper piecing as well with this. And this is why kind of the measurements are key within the size of it.
Yeah.
So let's move that one out the way.
Wow. But look how beautiful that looks, Craig.
That alone, Leanne, let's just say, let's bring in, so the finished project would have something like this in it. Now, say that.
Stunning.
Just leaving it like that.
Just gorgeous.
Leaving it like that. What I would do is go in with my finger dauber and go round the edges really lightly with the fuchsia once again. And now I'm not going to do this step because I'd done it earlier on, but all that I've done is a clear embossing powder and melted it. Now the reason I said to cut that layer to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 is because it's the same size of the die. So if we place that back exactly over the top, you know that that blending and shading that you've just done is going to die cut out to perfection in the exact same position. So I'm going to put that on there because remember it is your melted emboss. So you're just going to have to hold the die, put a piece as well at the side from the die onto the plate. That will also secure it. And then what we can then do is let's put these ones on. If you want to, if you love the hold and release sheets, put that on the back here. And then what we can do is run that one through like so. So what we can then do is, so in that last break, what I've done is I've die cut another one into white card. It's our white watercolour card because I wanted the texture to it. Could be linen if you want to, that's absolutely fine. Just so happens that I've used our watercolour card, and then I'm just going to carefully just slide that to the side for now. So what I'll do is I'll do these bottom ones, and then can you see,
wow,
because the way that we've blended and shaded, that we've got that. But then what we're also left, I'm not going to take it all out at the moment, but then what you're left with, the bit that we're not actually going to be using, Leanne, we're left
but that's
with that.
beautiful anyway.
And then what you can do is all that excess that's on your stencil that you've created, dry wipe onto watercolour card, embossing powder again. So that was the ink waste that was on your stencil.
That's incredible.
So you've now got that. But then let's just quickly...
But look at that. Can you put that white, that one on the yes.
That one?
Thank you. How lovely does that look?
Yeah, looks lovely, doesn't it? And then
Wow.
yet, you know, this really isn't the one we're focusing on.
No.
You know, it's actually the pieces that we've die cut
Wow,
out.
but then it's almost like 3 for 1.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really, really is. So let's layer that one back on, and I'll only do a couple, Leanne, because I've got one done. But you're going to go in. Let's do the bottom here, because this is where I've just picked these bits out from, and cherry picking sections. So I've only gone in to the 12, 6, the 3, the 9. Actually, I've done the corners as well that you'll see. But all that we need to do is go in and place them back in. That one can go into there. That one can go into there. That one can go into there. And you get the gist as to where I'm going with this. So let's just pop a couple in, because all this can come home and I can finish it at home. Let's put that to the side. You're going to carry on all the way
Beautiful.
around. And then
Oh my word.
you're going to be left with the blended die cut. So the pieces that would be waste, they're the bits that you want.
Yeah.
And what I'm not going to stick it together in this show. I'll do it afterwards and then pop it on social. But little bit of that fuchsia cardstock, Leanne, for a matting layer. And then once again, the squares that come with it, what I've done, I've gone in with a pink tulip, covered in embossing powder, heated it up in a little matting layer. And then our little baby Gemini mini elements into there.
Oh, beautiful.
But you've given yourself a stencil, you've given yourself what would have been the positive side of it.
Yeah.
But then put your acetate stencil you've created, clean it onto a piece of cardstock, and then pour the embossing powder.
I think that's just as beautiful.
So from that one die, and you can do that with any of these dies, but from this one die set, that's what's given you that.
Beautiful, Craig. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. I really, really, might be my favourite demonstration yet of the day, to be fair.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. I've had a go with the foam for you, with my fingers. And I don't know if you can see, but I have got an impression of my hand. Now, I don't think it was too warm. However, the amount of pressure you need to be able to push into the foam, you do need to apply a little bit of pressure. I think the amount of pressure you need to apply would be too much for a pet or a child. So I'm going to say no to pets and children. Okay if you're an adult, but be careful what you're doing, of course, and make sure you haven't got the heat gun on when you're pushing your hand into it, because you don't want to burn your hand with that. Be very careful, but I'd say no for pets and children because of the pressure. However, while we've got that there, I thought, do you want to see the magic of it disappearing?
Yeah,
with a stamping foam, because why not? So I'm going to switch that on, and I'm just going to heat it up, and you'll see, let me get my cable up here, you'll see this magically disappearing as I heat it up. And the handprint will just go. In fact, it's almost gone. And this is the joy of this foam. Look, you can see it going live in front of your eyes. And then what you'll do is you'll push this into another texture or shape. There it is, gone. So my hand, oh, it's a little finger left up there. But basically, you heat it up again, and you're left with a pristine piece of foam that is ready to be used again for another texture or another project. It's absolutely magic. I had another question. I need to find out who it was from. She said, how long is the cable? It's this long. I would say a metre is an arm's length. I'm going to say 2 metres, which is 6 to 7 feet. If I put this on the floor and look at me, I'm 5 foot. It's bigger than me. About 6 feet. There you go. Look at that. I mean, did you need to watch that? I don't know, but I'm hoping it's giving you a little bit of an answer as to how long the cable is. There we go. The showstopper is still flying. There is right, over half the stock has gone now of your showstopper. Julie Barlow, love all the demos, Craig. Samantha is absolutely loving it. Sandra is, oh, Leanne, I'm the person you met when the store opened. I live over by the airport. Sandra. It's lovely to put a face to a name. I know who you are. Isn't that mad? We need to get 18 times platinum member. If ever there was an advocate for Crafters Companion quality,
yeah.
Sandra is it. Lillian is absolutely lovely. She says, Leanne, do all crafters have asbestos hands? 100% we do.
Oh,
I can get my tea bag out the cup without a teaspoon. Rosalind, that would be perfect with some texture paste and glitter markers, Craig.
Yes, that's exactly. Yeah, I need to look at, I need to start sourcing some glitter pastes for sure.
Yeah, right, so many different things. I mean, all of you, there's probably another 50 comments here. Chantel says, Craig is a genius. I completely agree with you, Chantel. You're all really, really loving the show. You are loving the showstopper deal that we've got for you. You can see you've got here all 6 of your dies, your 2 ink pads, which is anthracite and parakeet, plus your tape pen included in that bundle for $58.37 or $67.84. That is the showstopper bundle. Go to the website if you don't want the showstopper bundle. You'll see it there without the ink pads and pen. It's only £5 or $5 cheaper, so why would you not? And if you want to, you can do for £30 or $35. Choose your 2 favourite if that's what you'd like to do. So you can see here we've got traditional tiles, the showstopper flying, incredibly popular. You've got your traditional tiles. You've got your pretty petals, the one Craig's just used. This might now be my favourite based on the demo you've just done, Craig. 100%. Rose Garden, never promised you one. Dainty Doodles, my former favourite. Fancy Floral, love that one, very stained glass window. And then Timeless Foliage, elegant. You've got all 6 of those dies in your showstopper deal, plus your ink pads and your tape pen. And you're going to be able to do all of the things that our Craig's been showing you over this last 2 hours. And I believe, Craig, you've got a final little technique to show us.
Yeah, well, I thought what I would do, Leanne, is let's bring in that mirror card that we were talking about. And then let's go in as well with our floral fancy for this one. So I've got some of our silver mirror card. And then what I'm going to do for this one is let's, well, I'll tell you what, let's not use our guillotine because we've got the die to go with it. So what I'm going to do here is let's take the 2 dies together. So let's layer this one on into position. And then we're just going to use our low tack tape. So we can go in. Remember, having these accent nesting dies with them means you can cut in or you can cut out. You can start to layer up the centre of your dies. So let's go in and let's go in with one of them, and then we can secure that one into place. So what that one will do, because we've included the outer die, that's then going to take it out of our cardstock. So let's bring all that in. So plastic, magnetic, and then our top plate. But then what I've also done as well is I've just gone and brought a 7x7 card blank into play, because what we can do is we'll cut into that one, but we will not use the outside die. We'll only use the detail die itself. So within each of these die sets, cutting in, cutting out, nesting dies that you can start to layer up, one on top of the other. You've got your large, you've got your medium, your small. Of course, if you choose to use them to cut your aperture, you can do your tunnel cards. You can then, of course, do your shaker cards. But then you can do your shaker cards that's got a solid frame in the middle. It could be a medium-sized frame. It could be a really thick-sized frame, because you've got your 3 different sizes. But if we take that one out and then that one out into the mirror card.
Oh, Craig.
Isn't that
my word?
Absolutely beautiful. So
stole the show at the end there, Craig.
Onto the black, onto the white.
Amazing.
But then even
look at that. Oh, I can't breathe.
And
that
that's
is
silver.
Fabulous.
That was our silver from our luxury cardstock. So that was the pack where you get the 10 matte, the 10 mirror, and then the 10 shedless glitter as well. It's
absolutely gorgeous, Craig. I love, 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 love that. The Showstopper deal is certainly the most popular thing from the show today. 55% is now gone. You're absolutely loving it. You're getting all 6 of the dies that you can see here on the screen. You're getting your 2 ink pads and your tape pen here in that bundle for your £5 or $5 extra. Don't forget, we've got our sweet treat deals for you today. So you've got that fabulous sweet treat of triple points for you, which is our deal for today, and of course lasting until midnight on Thursday. You've got all of the everyone in the US has got that $75 minimum basket spend. Now, Craig, we're going to do demo of the show. So let's have a look at the demos. I've got some comments from all of our viewers. Brilliant. So we'll have a talk to them while we're getting the vote in. So we've got number 1. Oh, I think your techniques need to be in as well.
Oh, you want to put the techniques in as well?
Do you just want to do finished cards? I think get them in, Craig.
Put them in?
Because, I mean, that gilding flake one.
That one there?
That could sneak in there, Craig. Yeah, I think you need to. I think that's fair. Do you not?
The cup's peeking through, but there you go.
Absolutely. So number 1.
Number 1.
Trifold.
Yes.
Number 2, Rennie Mackintosh. Number 3, Gildan Flake. Number 4, Stencil.
Yes.
Ooh. Let us know which is your favourite. And I've got news incoming. Don't say I'm Taylor Swift. Don't say I didn't warn you. Centura Pearl is sold out and gone. Absolutely, I'm not surprised. It was a fabulous deal. Also, Harmony Water Reactive ink pads. It's very busy for these too. So you're getting all 10 of the Harmony Water Reactive ink pads, and you're saving, is it 15% or 30%? 30% on this bundle. I thought that's what you were saving. So you've got all 10 with a saving of 30% for £32 or $48. Absolutely exceptional value for money. You can see here the colours you've got. We've got our pumice. We've got our smoked pearl. We've got anthracite. We've got, what was that? Twilight grey. We've got seal brown. We've got sandstone. We've got crushed velvet. We've got grasshopper. We've got parakeet. And we've got Spa Blue, and a reward for Leann for holding all 10 of those in her hand while she was showing them to you. So you're getting that with your 30% discount. That's also very, very popular. I've got a question, Craig, on your stencil demo, which I have to ask you, because I feel everybody needs to know it. You Expressions by Candy Westpal on YouTube says, did you water spray and rub it off onto the paper before you cleaned it?
I did not, no. What I did, good question, though. What did, all I used was a bit of kitchen towel, and it was damp. So I just squeezed it under the tap, rinsed it out, so it was a damp piece of kitchen towel, and then I just cleaned my stencil that way.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Craig. Opaque ink pads, also very popular. You're getting 11 opaque ink pads here, another saving of 30%, $35.20 or $52.80. And don't forget, you're getting your triple points. We're calling this the floral bundle because we've got some really beautiful colours. You've got your fuchsia, your lemon tonic, your parakeet, your honey pot. Let's see if I can do it. You've got your oasis, you've got your lagoon, mad for it, you've got your lagoon, you've got your pink tulip, you've got your crushed velvet, you've got your grasshopper, you've got your plum jam, and you've got your just one too many, your straw bale in there as well. All 11 ink pads there in your opaque pigment, saving you 30% for that bargain price that you've got on the screen. Wow, we've got Monday. Gosh, it's been a whirlwind 2 hours, hasn't it? We get to do it all again. I've had a glorious time, Craig, I won't lie. Those demonstrations today, I think you've excelled yourself.
Thank you very much.
Really?
You know how much I love creative cards anyway, and big dies, big background dies. It's my favourites because they're so versatile. What we might do is, if I get Johnny in a headlock, might convince him to maybe have a look at these again later on in Monday Makers.
That I need to see.
Yeah? Could do that.
And if that does happen, I'm going to take a photograph of it for you and share it on the gram. That's what I'm going to do. What have we got coming up in Monday Makers, Craig?
So apart from that, what we could do is we'll look at the garden gnomes. We'll have a little play when it comes to them. We've also got our edge dies, or as we call them, because that's what we think they are, and that is your gatefold dies. We've also got, what have I got over there? We've got our sliding pop dies. We may even have a look at some of our shaker dies as well. It's going to be fun for the Monday Makers.
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait. I just have to give a couple of last shout-outs. Why not? Because so many of you. Samantha Cheney says, Craig, you've certainly put it out that all the stops today. All of your cards are simply gorgeous. Thanks for sharing.
My pleasure.
Lauren says, Leanne, you're a gem for trying that foam with your hand. That's what I'm here for. My pleasure. Karen says, I cannot find the right words to say just how amazing those techniques are, Craig. So Karen really appreciates that.
You're welcome.
Laurie got the showstopper. Leann and Craig inspire me so well. Eleanor just got the showstopper. Fred says, Leanne stole the show with her heat gun demo. Hot stuff. Well, thank you, Fred. We'll tell Mr. C that when I get home tonight. Now, the demo of the show, the win is in, Craig.
Is it in?
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need a drum roll. Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
There we go.
The trifold with all of the different layers. Absolutely beautiful with that gorgeous floral foliage one. Absolutely beautiful, Craig.
Oh,
thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. The inspiration has been incredible. Thank you so much.
The product,
Craig.
and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Stacey that had designed these ones. She did indeed, and you know, all your team do an incredible job. But when it comes to these, Stacey absolutely excelled herself as well with these.
She has indeed. She's nailed it. Okay, so we're going to be back Monday Makers tonight for another 2 hours. So come and join us then. That will be 6 p.m. UK, 2 p.m. Eastern, and 11 a.m. Pacific time. We'll see you there as always. Craig and I are going to have a little cup of tea and a catch up. We're going to search those chocolates down. That's what we're going to do.
That's what we're doing.
And we're going to pinch one, and we'll let you know if we succeed when we see you later on today for Monday Makers. Take care, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you back in 2 hours.